People can look at collaboration and say the power of collaboration is about the ideas that come from when people collaborate. And that when people collaborate, what happens is that better ideas come from the collaboration. And I think that's very true. But to me, the power of collaboration goes far beyond the better ideas that result. The power of collaboration comes from the fact that all those people that contributed to the collaboration have a sense of ownership in the success of what's being collaborated on. So if you were a very bright person and an extremely astute business person, and you had the answer, and then you went to a team of colleagues, and you went to the team of colleagues and said, okay guys, here's the answer, this is what we're doing. Their natural reaction as human beings is going to be, wait a second, why is that person wrong? And that's how people react. When they're told something, their first thought is, okay, I'm not going to, oh yeah, okay, yeah, that's a great idea, I want to go do it. Their first thought is, well, am I being manipulated? Are they really right? You kind of challenge what they're saying. It's just human nature, people do that. So you're brilliant, you got the brilliant idea here, you go to everyone and say, okay guys, I've thought about it, this is what we're going to do, it's absolutely brilliant, and their first thought is going to go, yeah, let's go do it. Their first thought's going to be, well, what is that idea, and do I really like it? And they're going to be evaluating it. If, however, you come to the group and say, guys, we need to work together on this, I have some ideas, I'm sure some of you have some ideas, and you collaborate and you give people free space to think about it and discuss it, and you be open to improvements to your great idea, the end result will be a group of people who all work together to make that idea happen. So collaboration isn't just about making better ideas. Collaboration is about engagement, and it's about effectiveness and making things happen. A lot of times in business, people just sit back and say to themselves, well, people should just know that when I ask someone to do something, they should go do it. A classic example for me is back in my family business, we had a salesperson who was phenomenal. This guy literally sold 10 times more than any other salesperson in the company. He was a phenomenon. I wish we could figure out how to have duplicated him, but this person was just a pure, fabulous salesperson. So he would go in and he would request some changes in how we did deliveries and how we did things in the organization. And he wouldn't take the time to explain to people why, he wouldn't ask them their opinions, he wouldn't collaborate at all. And then these people would become incredibly resentful of him doing this, and then they wouldn't do it. Then he'd come to me and say, well, I've asked them and they won't do this, why won't they do this? And I go, well, because they don't understand why, and they don't feel included. And then his response, well, I'm the #1 salesperson, if I just say it, it should be good enough. Well, the reality is it's not good enough. And the reality is, yeah, short term, you can bully people into doing things. Short term, you can intimidate people. But the reality is, for the long-term health of an organization, you need to have that collaboration step. You need to explain to people why you want something done. You need to ask people their opinion. And you need to approach things differently. Like if that person had said something to the effect of, look, I'm having this problem, which is why I need to solve it. Here's my thought. And I was wondering what you think, or if you have any other ideas of how we can do it better. And this does add a little bit of time, but it is more than made up for, A, they may have better ideas, and B, they're going to be much more supportive in actually making those things happen.